Well, without Googling it and looking it up on Yahoo, I had a few questions in my mind. We ended up with 10 little baby ducks this morning. Last night I seen one, and this morning I seen 6, and by this afternoon there was 10, and she left with them all. There's like 3 or 4 eggs left in there. I guess she figures them are not going to hatch, because I don't know if she's going to come back or not. But two things. One, I remember when we used to gather chicken eggs, a chicken would have an egg a day basically, sometimes 2, early morning, late evening, but they definitely don't lay 10 in a day. So if a duck lays an egg every day and lays 10 of them, how is it that she gets all of them to hatch in the same day if they were spread out over a week and a half laying? Isn't the last one supposed to be born 7 or 8 or 10 days after the first one? You got me, freaked me out. But then she sits there for 30 days and nights, leaving just long enough for food and water, turning all the eggs and everything, finally gives birth to 10 of them, fights them across the floor, up the back step, or up the front steps, down all the way to the back, down the back slides and into the lake and everything. And the Drake shows up to lead the way out of the marina like it's his big family, and he didn't do squat. I mean, he did squat 30 some days ago, but I mean, he didn't do nothing to sit on him. She did all the work, and he cruises, he leads the way like he's a big shot. Ain't that like a man show up when the work's over? Anyway, let me do an update on the garden now that I've sassed everybody. Congratulations to my little baby duck, and these little water tanks, they're just sucking dry every day. Boy, they're doing really good, and the tomato plants are growing like crazy, and we've already got tomatoes down underneath here and underneath that plant over there on the bottom. And something that I have noticed, if you're out there and you are raising tomato plants, check down around your bottom branches, because everybody waits for the tomatoes to show up on the upper part of the plant, but you're going to miss out on a lot of tomatoes. I noticed that over the last couple years. Like, see here, here's a plant that doesn't look big enough to hardly do anything, got a little baby tomato up here, but you go down here and it's already got a cluster of tomatoes way down by the bottom. So I lost a good dozen tomatoes the last couple years because they ripen first, and about the time the top ones are starting to turn red, your bottom ones are always spoiled. So look along those bottom branches when they first start to fruit, because that's where you're first going to get your tomatoes that you can pick, is down under the bottom branches. Don't forget to look, because you'll find them underneath there. I didn't think these plants were going to do anything, and all of a sudden, whammo berries, whammo. These are green berries right now. They're going to turn in to blueberries, but clusters just showed up all of a sudden all over the place. Here's a whole bunch here that are just getting started, and they all look like new shoots, but they didn't seem to really do anything at first, and now they're really kicking. And I was worried about these 2 big blueberry plants here. These tall ones are blueberries, and I did notice now that, man, there's green shoots coming out all on these dry sticks everywhere. There's green shoots, green shoots, green shoots, and I'm sure them are all going to turn, all these blooms right here obviously will turn into blueberries way more than I got the last year. And there's a couple dry sticks I'm going to prune out of here, but man, all these other things are putting out brand new green shoots coming out of everywhere. I'm really excited about it. And I noticed that my blackberries that have bloomed and then the leaves fall off, that they're making that little ball there in the middle, and I would hope that that little fuzzy ball in the middle there is blackberries. So, but I got my raspberries planted out front, the dirt filled up. Mama's roses are spectacular, and look at the cucumbers. Man, this one here is heading clear over there already. They were only planted about 10 days or so ago, so a lot of blooms on them, on the cucumbers, so they're doing good as well. So Mama's down at her ma's house, so I'm going to get a shot of her beautiful roses for her. Golly, they're just perfect right now. So full. Now them will all shut down in seems like another month or so. They all do it again, and then they all shut down. Aren't they beautiful? Wow. Sheila, look at your roses, honey. They are just blooming crazy. And I notice back here, I'm glad I noticed, before one of the neighbors did that I got another red raspberry. I got a couple of them in the house that I plucked off. You got to beat the neighbors to them, because when they walk down this walkway past all these boats, they go, oh, there's a nice little berry, and bloop, it goes right in their mouth. So, and then the next one takes one, and the next one takes one. Pretty soon we don't get any. So I'm gonna have to put a picture of somebody with a big handgun saying don't touch these berries. But Mama's roses are doing good. The blackberry bushes are just going great. I can't wait till they start to fruit. The tomato plants are growing fantastic. And little Shishi finally got off her keister and hatched out 10 little ducklings, and away they went. And when they come back around, I'll get some footage for you. But you've seen me fighting with them on the steps. I helped a couple, 3 of them up there, and before I could get the camera and run back, they went down the back slide. So, well, that's the update on the garden and the bird and everybody. So God bless you. I say hi to my brother Larry in Brainerd, Minnesota. This is Steve Hall in Nashville, Tennessee, saying the garden is going fantastic. Amen.